That's pretty cool. I like does that. Morning, Jones. Oh, I have no problems with them functioning. They function very fine. Good morning, Pacific. Jess. Yeah, I see that. You're back to promoting men's health. My health is fine.
I'm going to throw this way. This is from September 1st.
Okay. Okay. We are doing good, Jess. Just waking up, getting things moving this morning, getting our coffee in us. Ah, it's moving. Good morning, Mrs. Duck. Yeah, my morning mud, coffee. Hot, sweet, and white. And plenty of it. Yeah, it says Mrs. Mud Duck. Maybe she's a duck that likes rowing in the mud. I don't know if I want to show my face today, guys. I'm a trillionaire. You guys should be able to see what a trillionaire looks like. Me and my $100 million suit. Me with my $10 million haircut. I am trying to get my keyboard switched. It's not right. Oh, okay, James. Jess. My eyes are still focusing on you. You can't see nothing. That's why I got you blocked out for a minute. All you see is pretty little flashing colors. Hey, good morning, people. Big Larry's doing a morning Saturday show just to say good morning to you all. Make sure everybody's fine. This is a $55 trillion face, people. Remember, ask Von Hilton. He'll tell you. 55 million, 55 trillion, even $55,000, Von Hilton. I sure wouldn't be living in no motherfucking scummy trailer with $55,000 in my pocket. You're as retarded as they come. Yes, it was, Kilroy. It was only in Stinky's head. They told me it never happened. Now, are they lying? I don't know. I doubt it. Why would they lie? Good morning, Tovey. Morning, Kilroy. Some of you has missed the telethon I had yesterday. Did a little telethon. I was on for 6 hours yesterday. Just talking a little of this, a little of that. Yeah, I think we all know who was lying, exactly. But Kilroy, why would he even make that up? That's, I would have just, oh, everything went fine. I went to the store and got food and came back. Why would he make up that? He's going to piss somebody off and they're going to snap on him. I told you all, he's like that. He's going to run his mouth. He's going to say something to somebody at the store or something, and they are going to snap. I don't mind telling stories, but, I'm going to tell you it's a story. If I'm wrong, I'm going to say, hell yeah, I'm wrong. Please fill me in. And he can't hide behind his mother anymore. That's definitely right, Kilroy. I see a couple of yous in here that wasn't even here yesterday. Well, I appreciate it. I mean, you guys were probably at work. You're probably busy. We had a nice little live yesterday. I don't know if you all know Todd Malico. I think most of us do know Todd Malico. He donated to my moving fund just to give me a little bit of extra money to help me move. And Todd matched anything that anyone gave me yesterday. I don't have PayPal. It won't let me in on it, Pacific. Yeah, you missed it, Kilroy. I ended up getting about 260, and then Todd Malico went ahead and gave me $500. That's one hell of a man. Even though a lot of you people say, "Oh, I don't like Todd. Todd's this, Todd's that." Todd's good to me, people. I ain't never had no problem with Todd. Todd Malico, Dan. Yes, it was, Kilroy. So I brought in almost just over $800 in yesterday. Morning, handyman. Had a great show yesterday, buddy. I appreciate you coming in. What about Toad? Who's Toad? TOD. Todd donated $500 to me yesterday. Some people say he's a no good, few other words, but he did good to me. Yeah, I knew it was. I knew it was. I ended up pulling almost 8 there yesterday, handyman. Oh, he did, Kilroy. He already has. They were posting it. They were posting it on his channel. Dan, you don't know Todd Malico? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Dan, you know Todd. Yeah, so now we all have enough money to try to move. No, they said that he didn't say nothing, but their faces turned beet red. If he got mad about the little $800, he'd be real mad to hear what my total is right now. You are staying under the bridge for a while. No, I'm not going to be under no bridge. Unlike Von Hilton, I do have family that will help. I might have to split my family up because they literally can't take a whole family into their house, but they can take in one person. So I might have to split my family up a little bit. But I guarantee you, we're not living under no bridge like Von Hilton. I am supposed to get with one of my cousins today, distant cousin, and he is going to show me a 3-bedroom house today that he's got up for rent. He said for rent or sale. It is 5 acres, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 2-car garage, got a barn, and it sits up on the top of the hill. That's the only thing my son did not like about it. It is 3 houses from Von Hilton's. Yep, 3 houses from Vaughn's. The only problem about that house, I told the wife, and she give me a funny look because she don't like me, talking shit to people. Yeah, 3 houses from him, handyman, literally, and I'm on top of the mountain. So if Von Hilton goes outside to fly his planes, I might be able to smell him from there. Yeah, it'll be a look down because I'm on top of the mountain. He's down in a little valley. Because, it'll be the open field, Uncle Jim's house, Zach's house, and then it'd be the place that I'm renting. So I'll be 2 doors from Uncle and Aunt Jim and Millie. Yeah, he'd definitely hear it. So would the whole neighborhood. Yeah, so we're going to go over there somewhere around noontime and we're going to go look at it. See if it's capable of us living there. The wife says it's got a long, long driveway. And I was like, well, I know. I've been to the house before. Never inside, but I've been to that house. And the good thing is our son don't have to walk down the driveway to go to the school bus no more. Because that's what they didn't like about Quillen Road, where we lived in Boonville. My son hated walking down the driveway. It took him 15 minutes to walk down to the bus stop. And that's just our driveway. Todd usually don't come in until around 9. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff I'm still learning, people. I do want to get, some of Grumpy Lobster, the old man lobster. I want to get some of his stuff up on my screen because, he was my idol, people. I liked watching him. I pretty well watched almost 99.9% of his shows. My wife, she loves the hot dog song. I had to run over a half hour to catch the bus. And yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Lobster. But I could say one thing, Mr. Lobster, you could not have went to heaven with a better person next to your side. Because does anybody remember who died the same day? I do. Loretta Lynn. I don't know if Mr. Lobster liked her music, but he was listening to it on his way to the gates. Because Loretta Lynn was singing her ass off going all the way up there. You didn't know that, handyman? Yes, Loretta Lynn and Grampy Lobster died on the same day. They both went to heaven together. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty well me too there, Jess. I started watching his shows and I just couldn't get away from him. I would literally stay up all night watching. I mean, don't put me wrong. Secular opinion, I do watch a lot of his. I was watching a lot of Miss Parker's until they started talking about, certain stuff that I'm not interested in. I've really never got down to watching Shanny and Rev. I've seen one or two and people talking to them and this and that. They're not interesting. Nick Bravo, I watched him 2, 3 times and there's nothing interesting. What's Loretta's lines? Somebody says she is, but I ain't seen her on Handyman. I ain't seen her at all. They said she's over there doing some kind of special shows or something. Okay. Yeah, we had thunderstorms all night. It says it's going to clear up by noon. We're at 39 right now, going to the 70s. Yeah, I know I'm going. That she was. I mean, I really didn't get into a lot of her music. I did like that one, The Coal Miner's Daughter. That was a damn good song. I mean, there are a few that she had that I thought was pretty good, but I wasn't much into country. I was more into rock and roll. And I was more AC/DC, Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Ozzy, rock and hard rock. Yeah, my mom and dad used to love that Elvis Presley guy. I didn't know if it was his music or if my mom liked his moves. You like most all music? Yeah, I mean, I can literally listen. I could listen to, Loretta Lynn. What Patsy Cline? She had a few good ones out there. Don't get me wrong. I've heard a few Elvises. Of course, my parents played it when I was a kid. Yeah, I know. Big Larry don't do Saturday morning shows, but I am here. Gives me something to do this morning. Nice, wet, gloomy day, so we're moving slow this morning. I bet you do, Andy, man. I still got a bunch of stuff around here of Elvis Presley that belonged to my mother. When my mother and father split up and my mom died, we split it between five kids, what she had. When my father died, we split it between me. My brother says he didn't want anything, but my dad didn't want to leave my brother anything anyways because he tried to rip him off. I don't see how somebody can rip off their own dad. Hell, all you had to do was ask him for it, and he probably would have gave it to you. Yeah, Patsy Cline. So I ended up getting everything of my dad's. He didn't have much. Be 75 years old. He didn't have much at all. Spent 90% of his life hiding from the police, from child support, enforcement agencies. Yeah, exactly. Sounds like we're getting ready to start our horse races up this year. You guys know Kentucky is known for horse racing. I went through a bunch of tackle boxes yesterday of mine, my father's, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it all. So I try to find out somebody that might want the stuff and see if they want me to send it to them or if they want to, buy some of it from me or something. I don't know. Hell, if I don't sell it and I don't give it away, I'm gonna throw it away. He's got a lot of, and this will go to my Florida people out there, which you guys know who you guys are. I have a bunch. I got a full tackle box, completely full with ocean fishing equipment. He's probably got anywhere from $500 to $1,000 worth of fishing equipment in that tackle box. And it's ocean fishing. I'm not going ocean fishing no more. So I got two different things. I can just throw it away, give it away, or see if somebody wants it where I can send it to them, or I throw it all away. I mean, later, handyman, don't work too hard. Enjoy your Saturday morning. You salmon fish. I got some of them lures too. I got a bunch of them spoons for salmon fishing. Like I said, I have to have at least 7 or 8 tackle boxes here, completely full. All of them except mine. My two are not full. Mine have where I can go catfishing, bass, bluegill, crappie. I have hooks, sinkers, bobbers, everything for all that. I don't have nothing in my tackle boxes for the ocean. I don't have nothing in there for salmon or anything in there for, all them big fish like that. Mine are just regular fishing. But my dad's tackle boxes are completely full with all the other stuff. And I'm never going to do that fishing again. So, I'd like to give it to somebody that can use them. You caught a shark once? Most of this stuff, a lot of this stuff my dad has is for shark and dolphin or whatever they call them little things. You got to remember, my dad lived in Fort Lauderdale for 30 years. He owned a boat, so he was out there fishing almost any day he could. Is that what it's called? Is them tunas too down in Florida? I don't know. Got to open a new pack of Marlboros this morning. Can't believe I went through that pack in 2 days. I need to slow down a little bit more. I think the wife says when I'm live, I do a lot of smoking. And when I'm not live, I ain't smoking so much. So I don't know. I think it's just boredness. Sitting here, nothing else to do. My hands ain't doing nothing but typing buttons. And I don't do that much neither once I get all set up and going. I ain't touching them buttons unless I'm muting you for something. That's where I want to go. I want to go to Hawaii and not to fish. Just to lay out on the nice warm beaches. with one of them umbrella drinks. I hope Alabama and Georgia and all of them are good this morning. I hope everybody survived it. They were saying there was tornadoes hitting down there last night, up to 50-mile-an-hour winds, pour down rain, hail. I'm about ready to. I got 8 tackle boxes. I'm about ready to. If I'm never going to use it, I don't need to keep them. It's just like I told my boys the other day. Both of my boys have tackle boxes. They got them for them when they were young boys. They couldn't have been but 5, 6 years old when I bought them both brand new 202 fishing poles, Zepco or whatever they call them. And they both got new tackle boxes. I bought new bobbers, sinkers, hooks, anything they would need for catfish or bluegill. Because, of course, Lake Alice has bluegill and catfish. Both of my boys been there. They both went fishing. They both caught something. But, we went maybe 4 or 5 times fishing. And my boys really ain't all into it. So they're literally telling me if I want to, I can get rid of their tackle boxes and their fishing poles. So I'm literally thinking of giving them to somebody else. I know somebody that has 2 little boys that are like 4 and 6, and that's about the time to start teaching your kids to fish if they want to. They do, but they're very small. But, I'm thinking about seeing if these 2 kids would like to have them fishing poles and them tackle boxes since my kids ain't going to use them. When we move, I don't want to be taking a bunch of garbage with me. Yeah. Yeah, my dad had a tackle box for pretty close to every fish. If it was ocean fishing, he had a tackle box. If it was freshwater fishing, he had a tackle box for it. He even had one for perch and one for white bass, one for catfish, one for coho salmon. Because we went up to East Jordan, Michigan, is where we did our coho salmon fishing. We did good. We cleaned house. We caught our limit every day. We was there 3 days. We both brought our limit every day. I've had a lot of lots. It matters what fish you're wanting. I like fishing for white bass. I love the fight. I mean, don't put me wrong. Salmon fight real good too. Real good. But look at how big they are. My best trip ever that I've ever did fishing, and I've been fishing quite a few places, I would say would have to be the St. John River in Florida, just outside Orlando. Had a blast. We were catching 3 to 5 pounders all day long. I wouldn't say I got a favorite lure, but when I'm white bass fishing, it seems like they hit them bright oranges and the white's pretty good. So I would say one of them two lures would be one of my top two for that fish. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, then you're fishing for ocean fish. You're not fishing for freshwater. My dad's even got some of them minnow look-alike things that's got hooks on them. They had them on TV, I think, for like $20 a piece. They look like a minnow. They come in 3 different little parts, and they move just like a minnow and everything. He paid. They were $20 a piece on the TV. What he paid for them, I don't know. There's 5 of them in the tackle box. Hell, there's hooks in there bigger than my hand in his ocean tackle box. Did you take your shot? Okay. I say it is shot time and past it. 19 viewers. For ones just coming in, I want to say good morning to y'all. Appreciate you coming and seeing Big Larry on a Saturday morning. Larry, I would ask again. I won't ask again, but I'm very interested in your box and every fish ever box. Pretty please. I see you writing that, Jess, and I will definitely let you know. We will get together, Jess. Get on Facebook with me, Jess. Same name, Larry Frost. Do Larry Frost. Don't do the Larry Frost Sr. You'll see this ugly face. You'll know it's me. It ain't hard by sending it through the mail, Jess. If I know you want it, I will, hold on to it until we can get it to you. I don't know how to post it. If you give it a few minutes there, 12, and somebody will post it for you. It is Larry Frost Sr. Cash App. I really don't know how to do it. My 17-year-old does it all for me. Yeah, usually when one of my blue wrenches get here, they'll be able to pop it up for you. They know how to do that kind of stuff. You guys are used to these computers for the last 10, 15 years. Larry has just started learning. I'm an old dog learning new tricks. And I'm not learning too good or too fast. I think I'm coming down with that some timers or old timers or wannabe timers. What, hon?
I'm talking to my pudding.
Oh, I'd be like to talking to your pooty.
No, you just do what you're doing.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Jess. I am a polar bear. We are Woodward polar bears. Yeah, it says Oneida, Kentucky on it. Yeah, I heard my Facebook count click something, so it's probably your invitation. Or, your invite for me to become friends with you. I had somebody on there yesterday from Australia asked me to be friends with them. I forgot what name it was under, but I know it had to be from my live YouTube videos that he's calling because I mean, it's not going to look up my name when you're from Australia. Yes, I will. I'll make it where no one can see you're in my friends list. Boy, I wish I would have known you were over that way. I got friends over that way. I could have sent that shit to you last month. Yeah, I ain't accepted it yet. So once I accept it, you will be in the hiding zone. Like I said, everybody, I'm gonna double check and let you all know. I do have two Facebook accounts. One is Larry Frost Senior. One is Larry Frost. I do have an uncle named Larry Frost. My son's name is Larry Frost Jr., but he don't go by Junior. He goes by Larry Frost. And if you look him up, he's gonna be the one in graduation gown. But he will not accept no friends request from nobody. Okay. Yeah, he's only got two friends on there. Me and his brother. And then there's another guy. He's over towards your area. His name's Larry Frost. I looked up all the Larry Frosts because I looked up the name and it showed me a bunch of Larry Frosts. And this Larry Frost, I went over there and clicked to him and said, "Hi, Larry, how you doing?" And he found out what my name is, and we just sat and talked for about 2-3 hours, and we're now friends on here. We've been friends for about 4.5 years now. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm not going to use none of that stuff anymore. I mean, if I keep anything, I mean, I even got the fishing poles, and I really don't even know if I want to get rid of them yet. I got a couple ocean fishing poles, and then I got some heavy duty catfish poles. I mean, these poles are 12 foot long. I am seeing, rather, dating a Larry kind of. Oh, okay, whatever that meant. You're dating a guy named Larry? Hey, that's all right. There ain't nothing wrong with that name. There's some good Larrys and there's bad Larrys, just like there is with any name. There's good people and there's bad people. As y'all didn't notice, I did post out on Facebook yesterday. You know, a lot of people say there ain't no good people out in this world anymore. That's a lie. And I can prove it from yesterday. No, I have not. My fingers are very important to me because they pick up my fried chicken and my burgers and my french fries and anything I need to pick up with these fingers. I am not sticking my fingers down no catfish's throat. I'll stick with the hook and bobber and sinkers. He's sweet, buys me dinner, but, well, if you don't feel comfortable, then find someone you are comfortable with. You know, it's like my son. He thought that he gonna meet his first girlfriend and they were gonna be together forever and this, that. It don't work that way. Yes, dear Jake. Sometimes life don't become peaches right from the get go. You have to look around and make sure them peaches are right. You got to make sure you're compatible. You got to make sure you guys like doing the same things. You know, and I learned that the hard way. I mean, I'm a weed head. I'll say it clearly. I am a weed head. A weed head cannot get with a drunk. Some of you might say they can, but you know, maybe they can. My problem was when we come down to our last $20, do I buy a $20 bag of weed or do we buy $20 worth of alcohol? I buy the alcohol, she's happy and I'm not. I buy the weed, I'm happy, she's not. Yes. Yeah, I watch the baddest catches. Well, I am basically divorced without a license. Hey, you don't need no license. Go out and enjoy life, girl. Go out there and you'll find somebody that'll make you happy, and that's what it's all about. Finding somebody you're compatible with, someone who loves you for you and not what you're giving them. Yeah, I would too, Jess, but my alcoholic girlfriend didn't. So we could say that didn't last long. Didn't last long at all. Couple months and we were done. It wasn't just that though. I mean, she was lazy. She didn't like to clean house. She liked to lay around and watch soap operas all day and not have her man's dinner done when he got home from work. Nowadays, the man and the woman has to work to pay your bills. Unless that man's got a hell of a job. He was an alcoholic. Well, if you're living with him for over a year, you might as well be married to him. I lived with my girlfriend for a couple years before we were married. I wanted to make sure it was right before I married her. With him for 15 years. I've been with mine for 21 right now. We've been together 21 years. Our son is 20 years old. He will turn 21 in January. He'll be 21 in January and a third year college student. He's in his second year right now, taking up computer science. What? 8:30? Why? Okay, take your Artane. Yeah, because he knew about the good thing in life to him has just left him. So yeah, I don't blame him. I'd be crying too. To be honest, I mean, I wouldn't want to lose a good woman. I really wouldn't. But hell, Von Hilton. I mean, I hate to bring that name up into the category we're talking about, but I mean, Von Hilton had it made. He had a wife, he had kids, he had a family, he was doing good. But he literally took and chose the computer over his wife. He chose the computer over his kids. He chose the computer over his mother. He even chooses the computer over himself. He don't take showers and baths and shit like he should. He'd rather be online talking shit to people. If that man has to drink alcohol over you, then let him have the alcohol because you're a better woman than that. You can definitely get yourself a good man. And I'll tell every woman that. Your man ain't treating you right, leave his ass. Get out there and find a real man. Your man's laying around on the couch and ain't doing shit and not doing nothing for you. Get rid of him. There are men out there that will. I talked to one of my friends one time and she's like, Larry, I don't know why I keep getting these fucking losers as boyfriends. Well, honey, you're messing with somebody that's still a little boy. You're messing with boys that ain't even 23, 24 years old. They don't even know what the fuck they want out of life. Get yourself a 28-year-old man, a 30-year-old man. She has now been with that man for over 15 years. She found her a man. And she's been with him for 15 years now. Yeah, well, he'd have to prove me that he's off of it all. Oh, Von Hilton? Yeah, I don't know if he ever did any drugs at all.
Probably. I don't know.
I know why these women have trouble. Okay. I mean, don't put me wrong. I went through quite a few girlfriends before I ended up getting with my wife. Hell, it was my girlfriend that introduced me to my wife.
Well, her fault, not mine.
My wife says her fault, not hers.
Hi, people. It's me.
As y'all see, the wife's in the back picture. She's becoming a camera bug on me lately. She makes sure she's in that picture every morning.
Well, not every day. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, not every morning, but yeah, exactly. We're talking about Von Hilton, definitely. Oh my God. It looks like Georgia got hit real bad last night. Tornado hit somewhere. They were just showing a clipping of it. I know a couple that just got together and they ain't but about 20, 21 years old. They want to travel the United States and this and that before they find their real job. I told them, you want to travel? Go join the carnival. Hitchhike down to Fort, anywhere in Florida. Usually the northern Floridas are where most of your carnival rides start from. Go down to Florida, join one of them carnivals, and you could travel across the northern America or the southern America or even the western America if you want. It matters what carnival you're into. And you can go to a bunch of little cities and make money too, meet new people. Even if you're a single 20-year-old man or a single 20-year-old woman by yourself, join a carnival. Get out and meet people, see the world. Or at least see the United States. I've helped them tear down rides. I've never traveled with them, but I have been paid to help tear down rides and help set up rides. When they came to our town. So that was pretty cool. And usually the money I made from helping them set up, I was usually spending it there when they opened up. Not always, Brian. Not always. Maybe a few pill poppers, a few weed smokers, few alcohol. I mean, I'm not saying they're not there. They are there. They're everywhere. I'm sorry to tell you, they are everywhere. Not just the carnivals. Oh, I mean, like I said, it's there. It's just that's everywhere. That's anywhere and everywhere around the United States of America right now. Hell, your neighbors could be one. You don't know. I'm just trying to help people, get out and see the world. I mean, I always wanted to get out and see the United States when I was younger, but I knew I had to work. I had to make money to pay my bills, to live off of. So I just got a job and went to work. But now that I'm old and I'm now being crippled and I can't really walk at all, but I sure still drive, I think. If I can get in the vehicle, I should be able to drive. So I'm thinking about, me and the wife starting to take trips. She wants to go see Elvis Presley's house. We want to go see the Grand Ole Opera. I want to go see Mount Rushmore. Love to go see the Grand Canyon. Love to go see the Statue of Liberty. John Way, you better make sure I don't come that way. You better send me a picture of the Statue of Liberty, buddy, for I don't have to come up to New York because I might have to look you up. Look you up and hook you up. Might even bring my brother with me for he can take your wife from you. Yeah, just jump in the car and go. Come home once a month just to grab my meds. Just to try everywhere. I want to go everywhere I can, see things. I'd love to hit the California coastline or anywhere over there. It don't have to be California. It could be Oregon. It could be Washington over there. Anywhere over on that west coast over there with you. I've seen the East Coast. I've lived the East Coast most of my life. I know I-75 by the back of my hand, all the way from the McIntosh Bridge all the way down into Florida. I've been on 75 so many times I can probably close my eyes and tell you what city we're in. Yeah, that's what I want to do some fishing. I'm trying to talk my cousin Ronnie into doing some fishing this year, going up to the Maumee River and catching some bass this year. Last time I went with my father and we caught 187 of them in 4 hours. Sucky thing about it, it took us almost 9 hours to clean the fish. Yeah, the lakes are good and everything. I like fishing like streams and where them white bass are running up through them streams or salmon running up in the streams. Me and my father, we went to a place up in Michigan. Literally, it couldn't have been 6 inches of water. And you got 15 to 25, 30 pound salmon going up this thing. I could have walked across the creek and kicked these fish out of the water, but it was against the law. You get caught, you go to prison. Because we were at a hatchery. They got so many that come in and they take all the eggs and the sperm out of the fish and they ship them out of there. They send the loads out to the stores for they can be used for whatever they're used for. Then all the eggs and all that sperm sits in that tank. They mix it and send it back out when they hatch. They're gone 4 years and they come right back and do it all over again. Yeah, I bet. That's where I used to fish, the Great Lakes. Yeah, if we're not killing them and catching them, they're gonna go crazy. Yeah, I never been over there. Did you take the rest of your drugs?
Yes, I take the rest of my drug.
Well, I'm reaching for mine. Saturday morning. Good morning, drugs. Fish eggs for the salmon. It matters what fish you're fishing for there, Pacific. If you're talking about the white bass, we use minnows. When me and my father caught that 187 white bass, we were using minnows. And it was spawning season too. It wasn't just like it's a regular day, it was spawning season. They're running up the Maumee rivers in the millions. Minnows. Minnows is what I use for the white bass. Unless you're going for the big mouth bass, and then I use lures. I find out the white and the yellow does pretty good. The orange was okay. Now my dad, he liked the red ones and the orange ones, so we all have our own differences. We all like certain things, so like I say, nobody is the same. You might have two or three things in common, but there's a few things you ain't got in common. Seems like time's going slow this morning. Hour and 8 minutes, 22 viewers. Ever pricked your finger? Literally, I've stuck a hook in my finger. It ain't pricking it, it's sticking it in it. Yeah, I like the white one. I got plenty. I mean, I got 15, 20 different colors of them right now. Let's see, I forgot to change it. I still got it on top chat. Let's go to live chat. See if anything different. I didn't think there would be. Ouch. I mean, one day they'll bite on the white ones, next day they'll bite on the orange ones and leave the white ones alone. It just that's why you usually take two or three, four different colors with you to find out what they're going to bite on that day. When you're done, can you give me a piece of toast?
Piece of
Toast.
Oh.
I'm going to white you guys out a minute. I will be right back. Please talk to yourselves. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's a nice variety. Like I said, I got at least 8 boxes here, completely full with everything. More Americans looking to travel. Okay. I ain't traveling nowhere. Unless you're giving me a free trip to Hawaii. The wife wants to go to Jamaica. You going to give her a new trip? Yeah, one of these days, maybe sometime this coming weekend, I might get through them again and start showing some things off. And, I literally just really don't want to throw the stuff away. Yes, he does, Gregory. Oh, now there's another train wreck in Pennsylvania. We're starting to have a lot of train wrecks, I notice. Ohio had one, now Pennsylvania's got one. Are them trains moving a little too fast or what? Or is people putting shit on the tracks and making them derail? And if they are, that should be prison time. Yes. Trump did away with a lot of stuff. I'm not saying Trump was a good president, but I'm not going to say he was a bad president neither, because he did do some of the things that I was interested in. I still have my guns. He did try to open up legalizing marijuana across the whole United States of America. Now Marlboro, the cigarette company, is talking about getting into the industry of weed. Something they should have did 20 years ago. Something the government should have did 20, 30, 40 years ago. They say we're in red tape right now. We wouldn't be in red tape if you would have legalized it 40 years ago and packed it like a pack of Marlboros. Yeah, they are starting to report a lot more on trains. And like I said, there's just another one just this week in Pennsylvania, and Ohio had one 2, 3 weeks ago. They're still cleaning up the Ohio one. Some around it polluted all the creeks and rivers and everything down there.
What was that, Katie? Did you hear that?
They literally might have to clean that whole area out and make people move out of there because there's no water to drink, no clean air. It's just like dropping a bomb somewhere. It destroyed the whole area. My wife's throwing me a piece of toast together to just something down my throat. Make sure I get something to eat this morning to go down with my pills. Morning, Mr. Frosty. Happy Saturday morning to you. So when I do a whiteout here again in the next 5, 10 minutes here, y'all know what's going on. I'm eating a piece of toast. It ain't but 2, 3 bites, so it affected the lives of people I know. Jail time and criminal records. Hard to get a job and for something now legal here. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and that's messed up because I mean I know people too that are in prison because they got caught with a pound of weed and now it's legal. So their records should literally be, they should be getting released and the record should be cleared of it. They shouldn't even have no records of it at all. I think I'm only gonna need one, baby, but can you nuke it and melt the butter?
Yeah.
I personally don't know how they're gonna do that, but that's gonna be kind of weird to find out. I almost had a weed charge on me when I was younger. I could have been looking at good prison time. I got fingerprinted. I was took down to the county, and before I even was put in the cell, my 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 whatever public defender or somebody. I was released before I was even put in. They had no search warrant to search the car. Somebody called them and told them that me and my friend was riding around with a gun in the car. No, I didn't shank no one. They literally said there was a gun in the car, and that is the reason they. And we were parked. They didn't pull us over. We wasn't driving down the street. We were parked in my driveway. Well, I'll take that back. My parents' driveway. And they pulled up behind us and pulled us both out and arrested us for a pound of weed. But they literally had to let us go because they had no warrant to check the car. They had no warrant to even be on my property. Someone told them that we had a gun in the car and they pulled, come over and checked us. Well, like I said, I'm not really trying to sell them if I don't have to. I don't want to. I mean, I'd rather just give them to people, someone that's going to use them, someone that, they're not going to just let it sit in their closet for the next 10 years. These are, you don't want them to sit down and get all rusty and nasty and no good. You want to put these stuff to work. Like I said, he's got all kinds of lures and spoons. They're called spoons, people, but it's not a spoon that you eat with. It's a spoon that it's a certain kind of thing for fishing. It's a bait. Certain fish, it spins around and it shows a reflection of it and it helps the fish find it. I definitely got enough yesterday for the moving. I just don't want to take a bunch of stuff with me that I'm never going to use again. Now, the stuff that we will use again, yeah, it's going with us. I'm not leaving my brand new barbecue grill. I'm not leaving our new washer and dryer. I'm not leaving our deep freezers. Oh, I understand. I understand, Jess. It's like I've said from the first video that I put out here. I don't want no money from nobody, but in the last 3 days, I have accepted your guys' money because we are moving. We will need might need a little help. I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm not saying I'm not going to. I might, and it's really hard trying to find a place right now. Hell, I might be able to use a couple hundred of that just to get a hotel room for a couple nights until things are right. He don't get nothing until the 12th day of April after my eviction notice. After I go to court, I have 7 days, I was told. In 7 days, I got to get everything out of here that I want within them 7 days. Everything after the 12th at 4 p.m. will belong to Von Hilton. So I will leave him all my fucking garbage and all the nasty shit that I don't want in this house, and he could do whatever he wants with it. The only problem, he's not going to do nothing with it. He ain't going to clean it up. He ain't going to pay no one to clean it up because he has no money. He has already blown $35,000 already and never did a fucking thing to none of the houses to make them livable. He ain't even paid his house insurance on none of the houses yet. So if something happens to one of the houses right now, he's fucked. There's no insurance on it. I wouldn't move in that single wide if you paid me to. 7 days feels like a vacation. Yeah, well, it's 7 days after I go to court. I go to court April 5th. Now, I might get a little bit longer being a handicapped person. Well, and that's what I'm going to bring up, Bobcat. I've never gotten no paperwork from nobody saying who I was supposed to pay my rent to. Nobody came over here. Nobody called me. Nobody, nothing. How was I supposed to know who to pay the rent to? Yep, exactly. Yeah, he's went through 35K already, people. Okay, people, my toast is here. No lie. I am going to down at least one of these real quick. As you all know, I do not eat online. I might white you out here real quick for about 5 minutes. And I'm probably going to mute you too because you don't need to hear an old man chewing on some toast. So you guys sit there and talk. I'm watching, I'm reading it all. But I'm just white out for I can throw down this toast. Agree with my pills this morning. I'm not a Von Hilton. I'm not a J Dubs. I cannot eat online. Yep, get yourself a little snack there, Jess. Yeah, Bob Evans is a good place to eat, Andy. As long as there's a good cook in there. A lot of restaurants are good. It's just got to make sure you got the right cook. Andy, if that question's to me, no, I do not own a printer. I used to when I had a computer. Von Hilton broke that. No, I've never seen him in his cape. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I ain't got a printer, Andy, anymore. Von Hilton fucked up my computer. So I've been without a computer for, well, since the time he did it when he was here, people. There's a video with him recording from here. That was the time he was kind of saying that he was 180% Cherokee Indian, remember? And I'm the one that could prove he was. But guess what? He ain't. Whatever he went to, he destroyed my computer. No, I did not, Frosty. And y'all see I am back. Piece of toast is down. My pillow should settle perfect in the belly. She's going to work on another hot cup of coffee for me. And it looks like I'll be good for the day. Until lunchtime or dinner time. Excuse me. Not bad manners, just some good ass coffee. No. Von Hilton couldn't fucking win anything if he was the only one fucking in it. He'd still figure a way to lose. Losing is the new winning. Yeah, I agree, Andy. I hope I get that Cash App card this week coming in. I can definitely use it. That way it helps me get things going quicker. I like to get the card and my Social Security check both on the same day, the 1st. That way I can draw that money out and go look at a few places if I don't get this place today. I mean, I like the place I'm going to look at today. The only thing I don't like about it, it's still not in a big city or even a city. It's still out here in the boonies where I'm already at. So I might have to put my son Arnold out in the yard growing tomatoes and corn and cucumbers and all that stuff. He's going to have to grow his own foods. He's going to have to help daddy pay the bills. You know what I mean? So he says he's about ready to start learning how to drive. So I think it's start time to taking him out to drive. Bunny trails for families in Bowling Green. Okay. Oh, it is Easter time, ain't it? It's next month. Yeah, and exactly, Andy. I could do that. The good thing is it is natural gas, so my light bills won't be so high. I'll be heating my house in the winter with natural gas. And that's always a plus sign. But I do think I do need to kind of try to move to a city for, my kid can get a job. But, I'm going to play it by ear. I'm just going to, like you said, move there until I find something different. Well, I do too. Right now, I heat with electricity. And my light bill for December was 480, and January's was 628. 628. That's definitely almost my whole Social Security check. That left me a whole what, $60 on my Social Security check. So we scraped and scrounged in January. I even cut down on cigarettes and my painkillers on that month because we didn't have the money to get it.
You don't want that?
No, one piece. I told you one piece of toast would be fine for me, baby.
I didn't hear you.
Me personally, if I ever had all that money like Von Hilton says, I think I'd be running the house off the wind power, the solar power, natural gas. Hell, I wouldn't even mind having a waterfall giving me power. That way I don't have to pay that electric company every month. Yeah, me personally, Frosty, I don't care what color it is. I don't care if it's purple, as long as it works. My father did that one day, people. He painted his whole kitchen purple. Refrigerator, stove, everything purple. Yep, I'm just going to take any place that's livable. Like I said, we're going to walk through the house and make sure it's livable before he gets my rent money. We do know it's a 3 bedroom. We do know it ain't an upstairs, but it is an upstairs. There's 2 steps. You go up the 2 steps and it takes you to the last 2 bedrooms. Besides that, the rest of the house is all on the main floor. See if Vaughn will cast a moving spell on you. Now, I've already talked to Vaughn's gods. They're not going to bother me no more. They're working on Vaughn himself. They're trying to figure out how to keep that poisoning down in his leg and not let it go to his heart because it's headed that way. Tell you the truth, I think it's already got there a long time ago, people, because he has no heart. Nobody with a heart would leave your mother laying on the floor dying. Nobody with a heart would starve your kids. Nobody with a heart would pull a fucking gun out on your wife. Oh, I know he is, Andy, and that's fine. I don't care. It is going to be me. I am going to be the complainer. I am going to be the man that calls them. I'm not going to lie about it. I don't have to fucking lie. Once I am out of here, I will have every one of his places condemned. He'll be lucky I don't condemn Aunt Alice's house herself. Because I can't condemn it. It's perfect. Every other one of them's condemned, though. Yeah, he is evil in the blood, exactly. No, Richard, he ain't even been there since she's passed. You know, that's pretty sad when your mom's 50, maybe 100 feet from you. You can jump in your truck, drive up the road 50 feet, 100 feet, and there lays your mom. My dad died 2 years before Alice. I've seen my dad's gravestone at least 15 times in the last 7 years. Birthdays, Father's Day, the day he died. Yeah, by December 2023, that place should be condemned too, Andy. You're right. Just got to give him a little more time to look at the bed. You can see the bed's already starting to collect clothing and all other kinds of shit. Is that the bed he sleeps in, or is he sleeping in one of the other bedrooms? I'm saying he's sleeping there with all them dirty clothes on him. Probably covers up with the dirty clothes. I don't know about any of you all. My bed has to completely be cleaned off before I can go to bed. The only thing on my bed are my pillows and my blankets. Vaughn is building a nest. Yeah. Yeah, I bet he got a lot of dog hair there too. Exactly. 20 viewers, an hour and 43 minutes, 16 thumbs up. 917. University of Kentucky Dance. Blue Marathon kicks off tonight. Yeah, I can't stand clutter neither. I do not have no idea, Frosty. Morning, KG. What happened? Did you spill my coffee?
No, they knocked my lamp off.
Oh.
The one without the light bulb, the plug-in one.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Okay. Ripping the bow in your honor. Thank you, KG. That's what I'm working on this morning, too. No, I don't want to go to jail, Frosty, so I can't break into nowhere. And it's kind of hard to break into anywhere when you're driving around in a wheelchair. I am now in a wheelchair, people. I've been in a wheelchair for the last 6 months. Getting worse and worse every day. The legs are like having a lot of spasms and everything. The doctor's just wondering if I'm going to even be able to drive anymore because we sure didn't want to have a spasm while I'm driving. If my foot's on the gas and I'm moving and I have a spasm, I could punch that gas or I could let off the gas. I don't know what's going to happen. So literally, I got to be really, really cautious on everything I do when I get in that car again. Some people say, well, get up and walk, Larry, get up and walk. I did that, people. And I literally fell to the floor. And then my wife has to call a neighbor, two neighbors, or a fucking fire department to get me up off the floor. Yeah, well, I have a lot of spasms in it. Since they pulled all them veins out of there to put up into the heart area to keep my heart pumping blood, they took two or three veins out of them legs. And ever since then, I've been having spasms in it. Andy, he wouldn't take Swanson Man over in his trailer. The Swanson Man would never go to Vaughn's trailer. He did one time. And he literally walked back in Alice's trailer and said, hey guys, I hope y'all don't mind. We'll do our business over here. He can buy his stuff over here and then he can just take it over to his own trailer. I am not delivering to him no more. Vaughn Hilton, you want to know where all your mommies money went? Swanson dinners. Swanson dinners, buddy. That's where your mama's money went. You and your mama lived off Swanson dinners, remember? Them Swanson dinners are $5 a piece compared to the ones you're eating nowadays, which are what, $2 a piece? Yeah, we could, Andy. We really could. What? Oh, the cat. Well, you guys know he's going to want hilarious prices. These things are $1 million homes to him. To me, they're lucky if they're worth $10,000 a piece. I don't know. I have no idea, KG. Yeah, he's dreaming when it comes to the prices of these places. Vaughn's always dreaming. Well, the property is worth what's on the deeds, and they're nowhere near them prices that Vaughn Hilton wants for it. They're double and triple what Vaughn wants for it. Yes, I am. I did see him send her $3,000. Oh, monster trucks are coming. Paid off by the frost. We pay everybody off. Money talks and bullshit walks. Someone should catfish Vaughn. Yeah, I've been saying that for a very long time there, KG. And I told Andrea that's where she fucked up. She shouldn't have left Vaughn. She literally shouldn't. When he pulled the gun out, she should have called the police department. He would have got arrested, and her and them kids would have still been in that home. Do I prefer college or pro? I like them both. I'm an Ohio State Buckeyes, and I'm a Dallas Cowboys. I just heard a car door slam. Yeah, I know. Say it's supposed to be real windy today. Up to 50-mile-an-hour winds. I'm sitting here waiting for Robbie to get on, see how Robbie's doing this morning. Because Robbie's right down there where that tornado was hitting. Morning, Green. Vaughn is coming to throw you out. He can't do that, Andy. He can't come here until a week after the court date. The court date is a week and a half away. I go to court on April 5th, Green. And the bailiff said I'll probably have 7 days after the court date. Me personally, I want to have everything out of here before the court date. I like to already be in my new home by the court date. That way I can walk in there and say hi, Judge, tell her everything that happened, and hand them the keys. I still stick to what I say, people. December 31st, 2023. Vaughn Hilton will be completely broke. Houses will be up for sale. And if you don't pay the property taxes, the state will start taking them. And Vaughn Hilton, that is the law. Yeah, Vaughn is not no lawbreaker. I'm not going to pay him anything no matter what, Andy. He ain't getting no money out of me. F him. Vaughn Hilton, he'd be lucky not to get an ass beaten in the courtroom saying I killed his mother. I stole money from his mother to send my son to college. when the stupid retarded mother effer can get on the fucking computer, since he's so fucking good at it for 15 fucking years, and look up Clay County schools, Manchester, and watch my son fucking graduate with honors. You know something, thinking about that? I realized that last night. I was thinking about all that. Why is Vaughn Hilton saying I stole money from his mother to send my son to college? Vaughn Hilton, is it because you were stupid and you couldn't get a full scholarship? You had to pay to go to school? Your mommy and daddy had to pay you to go to school? Are you jealous? Because that's what it sounds like to me. You're jealous that my son got a free ride to college and you didn't. That means my 18-year-old is smarter than you, Vaughn Hilton. What was your average in high school, Vaughn Hilton? 3.1? My son's 4.2. And I can prove it. Can you prove yours? Hell no, you can't prove shit. You threw all that paperwork down on the floor for your dogs to shit on. Because you don't know how to put away paperwork. You don't know how to take care of shit. Everything you get gets thrown to the floor or in a pile of garbage. Morning, Queen. Yeah, he never finished it, but he's got all them degrees. Like I said, people, I could prove it to you. I can have my wife go right now and pull my son's paperwork right off of his wall. It might not even be on his wall. Because when he was here 10 days, that's all he did the whole 10 days is packed his shit up. He got his room ready to go. All we got to do is take the sheets off the mattress, take it all apart. Even his TV's disconnected, ready to go. You know, I'm going to tell you, if I had a degree in something, I would not be ashamed to post it on Facebook, YouTube, StreamYard, TikTok, wherever, because I would be proud of it. He has a real estate law degree, he says. Then why ain't he using it? That's a $70,000-$80,000 a year job. Why is he not using it? Oh, because he's fucking lazy. I have a degree and certifications. Good, Andy. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have them. Good morning, Robbie. I was just talking about you. I was hoping you were okay because I heard them tornadoes were hitting down by you. And I was hoping you wasn't in on it. So, yeah, I was worried about you, Robbie. You are my friend, so I can do that. Friends worry about friends. Hey, no problem, buddy. Yeah, he can't even do third grade math. You got that right, Queen. 3 times 25. How hard is that? That's 3/4. How much is 3/4? 75 cents. He can't even tell you that. He has to try to add it with his fingers. Thank you, Lopez. Oh, I'm definitely keeping that chin up. Study for real estate law is 3 years. Vaughn did 2. Yeah, in a community college. And I think, honestly, I think Todd Malico looked it up, or somebody did. It could have even been Handyman there. Somebody looked it up and found out that that school never even taught that class. So that'd be like me telling you guys that my son's at the Eastern Kentucky University taking up computer science when the Eastern Kentucky University don't do computer science. Yeah, it could have been Todd. Todd does a lot of that. Vaughn didn't go to college. Yeah, and that's the way I look at it too. He can't prove it. Well, he does. He does owe him $8,000. I heard, and he tried to get his mom to pay it, but she wouldn't. Even though Vaughn Hilton says it's because of Little Jim. No, it's not because of Little Jim. Little Jim has nothing to do with Alice Hilton's life. Alice did what she wanted. She wasn't being tranquilized. She ain't being manipulated or brainwashed or whatever Vaughn Hilton calls it. Alice Hilton had a brain of her own. She used it. She's a very smart woman till it came to her kid. Yeah, I don't even have that, Robbie. I dropped out in ninth grade. I'm not proud of it. I wish I wouldn't have, but guess what? I did, and I'm still surviving. I worked my ass off since the day I turned 16 years old. I've been working my ass off. It's still big and fat, but I've been trying to work it off. Yeah, to build tankers at 13, you have to be pretty smart. That's very true. I don't know if Von Hilton knows in the states of the United States of America, it is against the law to put anybody under 16 years old to work in a job. They can deliver fucking newspapers, they can deliver fucking milk from the store, they can deliver food from the stores. There's little things they can do, but they literally are not going to build fucking tanks at 13 years old. Yeah, exactly. I learned more on TV than I learned in school by watching the History Channel, by watching who made America, what foods made America, what car was making America. I'm doing good today, Jack. How you doing? USA had child labor laws in 1938. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, Andy. I think college degrees do count more today than they ever did. Hell, McDonald's won't even hire you if you ain't never got a GED or graduated from high school. And that's fucked up. McDonald's better take anybody that's wanting to work. Don't worry about if they graduated or not. Well, I'm sorry that you're really busy, but that's just life, Jack. We all got to keep working and keep things rolling. You just can't stop the rolling, buddy. You got to keep it rolling. Keep the money coming in, keep the bills paid, keep food in your mouth. Sometimes we're not happy about it, but we do what we got to do. That's all that counts, as long as you're happy with their system. Yes. Well, Robbie, I'm going to tell you, if you can get in on the railroads, that is the job you would want, buddy. They pay decent money. Yes, like the one my son's taking, computer science. I literally, I'll be honest with y'all, I never even knew what computer science meant. Computer science. Is that means he's playing with computers? Or is it science where he's cutting a frog open and checking out the hearts and everything that's inside the frog? Dissecting it, as I call it. Someone told me it's got a lot to do with mathematical. Von Hilton, you wouldn't know nothing about that. You can't even add 3 times 25. So you and my son in math class, you got lost because he's past algebra 1, 2, and 3 with flying colors. That is why the school gave him a scholarship. Well, it's not hard. Get on there with Todd and work out with Todd. I mean, Todd's losing it. He's doing good. So, I mean, you just got to get up and walk, move around a lot, exercise, start doing certain routines every single day. Do 10 sit ups every day. First couple days doing it, it's going to be hard. You're going to be sore. You're going to be hurting. A week of doing it, you'll be doing it like it's nothing. You can even move up more. He passed algebra 1, 2, and 3 with flying colors. That is why he went over there to computer science. I hear it's got a lot to do with the math. They said he will be able to take a computer completely apart and know every little chip that makes that computer run. Just start walking. Yeah, I mean, walking's good for you. You also got to watch the foods you take in. You got to stay away from the fatty foods. Stay away from the mashed potatoes. Stay away from the bread. Them are both very fattening foods. French fries, fattening. Weight loss happens in the kitchen, fitness in the gym. Yeah, you got that right, Andy. Oh, yeah, Robbie, it always does. You ain't gonna do it in overnight, buddy. It's 6 months. I guarantee you can do it if you want. You got the willpower, you can do it. Well, yeah, it's not a felony. That's good, 5 miles a day. Yeah, it matters the food you're eating, Andy. 24 viewers, 20 thumbs up, 2 hours, 11 minutes. Welcome to the Big Larry Show, Saturday morning. I usually sometimes do Saturdays, sometimes I don't. Today I decided to do it. Had a good week. As some of you know, I opened my Cash App up on Wednesday. Friday, I did a marathon, or whatever you want to call it. I was on 6 hours with my Cash App wide open. Got a few people to donate. I want to thank every one of you that did donate to me. I really appreciated it. I want to thank the girls that helped me go from pen pal to Cash Apps, because there was people trying to send me money through pen pal and my pen pal wouldn't go through. So they sent it over to one of the girls, and the girl sent it over to me. Yep. Well, my doctor told me to lay off the mashed potatoes, the french fries, the breads. Um, I also have to lay off the meats too because, the cholesterol. No red meat at all. If I do eat red meat, he says if I eat hamburgers, I am to boil the hamburger. We've did that a few times, people. That is nasty. To me, boiling a hamburger tastes nasty. It tastes watery. And I smash that thing down so hard, I might as well sat on top of it to smash all that water out. Hope you got enough money to move. Robbie, I think I should. I don't know exactly. I don't even know where I'm moving yet. I am going to be looking at a place today. It is a 3 bedroom. It's out in the country still, close to family still. But if not, if it comes down to the 12th day of April and I cannot get us in a place, then my wife will be living somewhere, my son will be living somewhere, and I will be living somewhere until we can get together and find a place. Put it this way, Robbie, I have got more than what Von Hilton's got in 15 years. Which that don't say much to you because Von Hilton ain't got much of anything in 15 years. Yes, it is going to be nice to get away from Vaughn. But Robbie, you wasn't here. The house that I'm looking at is 3 houses from Vaughn Hilton. I probably literally could stand up on the hill and see his top of his roof. Only problem about that is if he's outside flying his planes, I might be able to smell him from my house. Yeah, he ain't got nothing. Oh, Andy, yeah, fish is definitely good. He wants me to eat all the fish I can get. But fish is expensive. Real fish. Not that battered shit that you buy from Save a Lot. Real fish. Well, I'm going to see what I can do there, OTC. Well, I do too. I mean, I'd rather be in a city, though. I mean, I do want to move to a little city. Grocery stores in walking distance, restaurants walking distance for my son can walk back and forth to work. Andy, I've already talked to my doctor about fish and deer meat. He said I can eat both as much as I want. I can eat them both every night if I want. They're both good for me. He wants me to lay off the pork chops and the hamburger. You take me off pork chops and hamburgers, I might as well be dead. Some people say, Larry, you better quit eating it or you're going to die. Let me tell you all, I don't give a shit if I'm dying. I'm going to die happy. I'm going to die what I want. If these cigarettes kill me, these cigarettes kill me. I still did what I wanted to in life. I love deer meat too. Yeah, it would be a lot more convenience to live in a little town where everything's walkable. I mean, my cousin Joe, he used to live inside Oneida, the town. There's only like 10 or 12 houses in the whole town. And he was able to rent one of them for a while until that flood come through. I wouldn't mind having that. The doctor's office is right behind my house. The carryout is right next door to my house. That would have been a nice little place to have. There's a lot of rivers like that right now. That's why you got to get them farm raised ones, Robbie. Yep, you can't get them out of our lakes or our rivers and streams nowadays. You got to literally get them from the farmers who's raising them. They caught a company dumping sewage in our lake. I won't swim in it. I wouldn't either, Robbie. And that company should be sued for doing it. I don't remember the grand total of what exactly that I got, but I know it's over $1,000. If that ain't enough to help me move, then something's wrong. They were fined. Yeah, they should have been fined big time and make them clean the whole fucking lake out. Wild salmon can be high in mercury. Yeah, all fish can be, Andy. Yeah, Robbie, they still do. They don't care. I mean, they figure they're going to die, they're going to die. I mean, yep. Yeah, some people don't think that mercury's going to do anything to you, but it does. Anything we put in our body does something to us. No matter if it's lettuce, carrots, or fish with mercury. Yeah, I agree, Queen. I definitely agree with that 100%. Yeah, he might. I wouldn't trust it for a long time, Robbie. You know, everyone, I do have a Cash App. If any of you want to donate to me, I still will take extra money to help us move. So if any of you want to send my Cash App money, I will definitely appreciate it. That gives me money to help move, get things done I have to get done. I'm not begging. I mean, I'm not saying you have to. If you got extra money and you want to throw it Big Larry's way for Larry can make sure his family's got a nice little place, I would appreciate it. You guys that try to give it to me on Cash App or PayPal, my PayPal does not work. You can send it to one of the girls that has PayPal and Cash App, and they will accept it and send it over to me. Just let them know it's for me, and they have no problems. I figure the higher I get my Cash App, the hotter Von Hilton and John Way is going to get. Because he heard that I was in my $800 marker yesterday, and Von Hilton and John Way both turned redder than red. Hell, he gets his water out of his toilet bowl for his coffee in the morning. The closest place to him to get water. No, he don't have a coffee pot, Andy. He just fills his cup up with hot water or with water from the toilet, takes it in the microwave, warms it up, and puts that instant coffee in it. Von Hilton's drinking instant, people, only because that's what his mommy had in the house. When it's gone, he won't buy it. He won't have no more coffee. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's got to be some lakes that are still clean, Robbie. Yep, he'd dip his coffee cup right in his toilet, get that water out, go warm it up in the microwave, and add some of that instant hot coffee. Yeah, baby, I knew you wasn't eating. Yep, it's instant coffee. I know because Von Hilton don't own a coffee pot, and his mommy had 5 or 6 jars of instant coffee there. I know because I bought them with her money. Yeah, it would be. My mom is going there today. Yeah, just got to watch out for gators. Ahoo! Ahoo! Bless me. 90% of everything that every one of us knows about Von Hilton's put it on here. Von Hilton says he's going to put somebody in prison for mentioning that he's a pedophile. People, the only person Von Hilton could put in prison for saying that he's a pedophile is himself. He did a video and said that I took a test for the University of Kentucky pedophile test and I failed it. And they won't let me take it again. I wonder why, Vaughn. They didn't have to have you check it twice. They seen what the results were. The results came out the first time like they wanted it to. They don't need to take it twice. Tornado kills at least 7 people in Mississippi. So it's Mississippi that got hit hard with that tornado. Now, last night about 7, 8 o'clock, it said Georgia, Alabama, all of that area was going to get hit last night. I remember that video about the test. Yeah, see, Indiana. So I'm not the only one that remembers it. It's out there. No, it's 2 years with the same pants. You know, and he's probably got 2 or 3 pairs of pants, same color, same design, same everything. Literally, look at the clothing. The belt is still missing that loop. His pocket's still sticking out. Well, I'm glad it's just rain, Robbie, because they said tornadoes and everything coming that way. Yes, exactly, Richard. I'm trying to pay attention, guys, but I'm also seeing what these tornadoes did over there in the middle of the United States, it looks like. Vaughn claims to have a bit red one. I think it's infected with description exactly. Well, I don't know. I got a big purple one. And that's definitely no lie, people. And I'm so proud of my big purple one, I'll even show it. Yep, exactly, Richard. I know he lives off that Mountain Dew and TV dinners. Yep, mine's about a foot and a half, 2 foot long, maybe. And I'd say foot and a half long. Purple as purple can be. Vaughn, you and John Wade might like it. It's a double header. It's a double header, Vaughn. You might like it. One in your mouth and one in your ass. Or you and John Wade can scoop butt to butt and enjoy it both. Not much. You didn't miss much of nothing, Jess. Vaughn never finishes a task. Exactly. Oh, I know it, Robbie. That's why I call him John Way. He wants to talk shit about me. I'll talk shit about him. He wants to meet me anytime, any place. And if it gets down to where I cannot stand back up and I cannot get out of the wheelchair, my brother will solve all my problems for me. And John Way, he lives in New York. He's the man that's been watching you. Yeah, I know he does like talking smack about me. He gonna get smacked. That Wendy chick must not know about Vaughn. She'll learn. She'll learn, Robbie. They all learn. Ask Andrea. She'll tell you. Tells her one thing, and when she gets there, she finds out he completely lied about every fucking thing. The only horses he owned was the horse vaginas on his computer. The only farm he ran was his mother's farm. Hell, I wish he would find a girlfriend and get married, and she takes him for everything he's got. Which ain't gonna be much, because once Uncle Jim's done suing him, he ain't gonna have shit left. If he has it when Jim sues him. Because hell, I think the state's gonna start taking it here shortly. Another 6 months, the states are gonna be playing with them. They're gonna want their property tax money. They're gonna want to know why the houses are not insured. Because as a homeowner, as a landlord, you have to make sure all your houses are insured. Yep. Yeah, he still owes money on the children. Exactly. And he's blaming it on the frost that he don't have that money to pay them. Yeah, homeowner insurance on 5 properties, 5 houses. Property insurance, property taxes every year. Not counting keeping up with all the bills, keeping up with the maintaining of each house. Yeah. You know, people, somebody was talking about Shanny and Rev yesterday or last night. I seen the video this morning. You know, I know Shanny got with Rev because of some kind of money or whatever, that Rev had a little bit of money. I just really didn't know how much or anything because it's none of my business. I don't watch them. I don't get into that kind of shit. But last night when I watched it, or this morning, it said that Rev had $700,000 and he's broke already. How can you go through $700,000 and come out owning nothing? That is the weird. Vaughn, you might not be the lowest cow. You know, $700,000. I at least would have walked out and had my own damn home, if not 3 or 4 running homes at the sides. 700,000 on food in 3 years. They must be eating fucking T-bone steaks every half hour. Yeah, that 700,000. I could have lived off 700,000 the rest of my life. Rev is very gullible. It sounds like it, Robbie. Yeah, I know she's at least 500-600 pounds. I knew that. I could tell by the pictures, or should I say the video. You know, to me, there's nothing wrong being a big woman. Big women need love too, but they got to have a good heart. I've been in love with the big woman, and we got along great. I spent 2.5 years with her until her kids told her that I was cheating on her. And she literally threw me out of her house. Nowhere to go, no family around me. So I literally went to my job, got my check that morning. I slept outside at work while they were closed. I slept outside in the backyard of my work. When he opened that morning, I got my paycheck for that week that I worked, and I put my thumb out and hitchhiked back to Ohio. I was living in Indianapolis, Indiana at that time. I wasn't home more than 8 months. She's calling, crying, Larry, I'm sorry. Can we work things out? Can you come back? Hell no, I'm not coming back. You wouldn't take my word on it, the fucking get go? 8 months later, you're begging me back? It don't work that way. But I can say that me and her stayed friends until her last breath of air. She has passed on. She died about a year and a half ago. She had kidney problems that she needed someone to donate a kidney and couldn't find no one to donate to her. The 2 boys that she had that said that I cheated on their mommy and this and that, we are still friends. I still think of them as my stepchildren. and they still think of me as dad. I don't know why or how, but one of them does still call me dad. He says I was the best thing to happen to his mom, and I was like, well, why'd you split us up then? We had it made. No, I didn't have a real job. I had a job washing cars. I made 200 a week. She brought home over $900 a week. She was a nurse. No, that's the only way Vaughn can get friends is by paying them. But I can't say nothing about that, Robbie, because I hate to tell you, buddy, you're my friend and I met you online. There's a lot of people on here that are I consider my friends that I have met online that I've never met in person. But I will do anything or anything you guys need help with, let me know because I will definitely try to help if I can. Just like I'm about ready to get rid of all that fishing equipment that I got that I don't need, I don't want. Somebody on here says they want it and they want to buy it, and I was like, hell, I don't want them to buy it. They pay for the shipping and handling, they can have it. Hell, the lures in them are worth 20, 30, 40, $50 a piece, and they're probably getting about 60 of them. These boxers are completely full. No, I don't pay for friends, but if I have extra money and my friends are in hurting, Robbie, if you called me and said that you got hit by the tornado, you had no place to live, you have no food to feed you, buddy, I tell you, come and see me. Even if you're sleeping on my motherfucking floor, I will make sure you got a roof over your head and I put food in your mouth that day. I'm that kind of person, especially when we're friends. Now, if you're a crackhead whore or a crackhead and I don't know you from Adam and Eve, no, you're not being invited in my house. I got cousins that come over here. I won't even let them come in my house because there's rumors that they steal. I had a cousin come over here one day. Oh, you guys got a glass of water? I'm up in the mountains up here hunting ginseng. I'm thirsty. I'm dying of thirst. Can I come in and get a glass of water? I got the door half open. 12 gauge sitting right there at the front fucking door. As soon as you open the door, you see the gun. And then he started walking. I was like, no, 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 no. Nobody comes in my house. I don't allow nobody in my house. So, the wife got him a glass of water and brought it to me, and I handed it to him. He looked over to the gun. He goes, oh, you got a gun, huh? I said, yeah, I got a gun. I got plenty of guns. I'm a hunter. What do I hunt? I hunt deer, I hunt squirrel, I hunt rabbit, and I hunt trespassers who try to steal from me. I ain't never had a problem from him because he knows I'll blow him away, cousin or no cousin. You come up on my land trying to steal something I've worked my ass off to get, your history. Before you walk on my property, you better get to your knees and pray to God and let him know you're on your way home because that's where I'm sending you. And I believe that to be for everybody. Someone's breaking in your fucking car, shoot that motherfucker. You worked your ass off to get that car. For some fucking young kid to come around and steal the motherfucker. Excuse my language. I know my wife's going to be yelling at me any second for it. Well, they could for a while. Did one of our skirtings on our trailer come loose yesterday? I hear something out there.
No, he's out there pounding on it. Lobster. Or dryer.
Luckily, crime is low where I live. Yeah, it's low here too, Robbie. It's low. I mean, we do have a shooting here and there. But usually where I live, everybody stays to themselves. 90% of the people around here are all old people. You don't have a bunch of young families up in here. And if they are young families, they're living with their parents and their grandparents, still living off the land. You getting rain? Yeah, we're done with the rain. It's cleared up already. Sun's starting to come up, getting brighter every minute. It's supposed to be in the mid 70s, but they're saying 50-mile-an-hour winds. We get a lot of rain where I'm at too, Jess. We don't get much snow. We get a lot of rain. There ain't nothing wrong with having young adults in your towns and growing up around you, as long as they were raised right. They wasn't raised as a heathen where they just do anything they fucking want. Good morning, Customs. Glad to see you made it. Yeah, Robbie, I would have told him to quit too and tell him, hey, one of these times you might hit that dog with that rock and that dog's going to get pissed and he's going to bite you. Boy, them Great Danes are pretty nice dogs. Definitely healthy eaters, though. And pit bulls, I know what a pit bull is. My mom and dad used to raise them. The old English pit bulls. The ones that used to slobber and all that. Yeah, I would have told them too. Shit. So she had a pretty good life then, 11 years. I really never been into any kind of animal, really. My wife likes cats and dogs, so she's the animal lover. Just a couple posts coming across Facebook this morning. My cousin looking for a contract person that does concrete. I don't know if he needs his driveway done or a sidewalk done. He's up in Michigan. Worst thing of all, his brother does that for a living. So why didn't he just call his brother? I don't know. Yes, they are very good dogs. My wife has two Jack Russells. They came from my father's litters. My dad had a Jack Russell before he died, and he left the dog to April and he left me the truck. 2 years later, the dog died, but she gave birth a year before that to seven puppies, and April kept two of the males. You're looking to buy a piece of gold, first one. Well, that's good. Congratulations, Jess. That's one thing that's probably going to keep going up in value. So if you can get gold at a good price, I'd jump all over it. Yep. Yeah, we've had a few German Shepherds growing up. My dad, like I said, father, my dad, father, the man that raised me, they had some old English pit bulls. They've also did Dobermans. They also did miniature Dobermans. Then they went and got out of the bird or out of the dog situation and went into the bird situation. Why are you freaked out? I'm gonna tell you, gold's at a pretty high price right now. I think it's up to like $300-400 an ounce. I mean, the size of a dime is $500 worth. Hell, that's like all my pennies. Do I turn my pennies in for the penny? Or do we scam the America and melt the damn things down and turn them in as blocks? Because they sure pay more. There you go. Yeah, see? $1,987 per ounce for gold. Yeah, gold does hold its value, though. That's exactly. Well, it's about ready to there, Robbie. It seems like it. Oh, today's my cousin's birthday. I'll have to say happy birthday to her. There's that live auction I watched last night. Really didn't buy anything last night. She didn't have nothing interesting for me. But I'm not really buying anything anyways right now because of us moving. I don't want to have to fucking bring a truckload of stuff in here and then I'd turn around next week, take the whole load of stuff that I just brought in and take it over to the new house. I ain't interested in none of that. So I'm going to stop buying and doing my stuff right now until I am settled in another place and got our place, and then we'll start buying again. Well, if the United States would legalize marijuana and put it in a pack of cigarettes, we'd be out of debt. My first job was a bag boy at a grocery store, $3.25 an hour. Well, people, I think Big Larry's going to call this a show today. I do have 20 viewers. I appreciate everyone who's coming in. I've been here for 3 hours. Figured I'd do a Saturday morning. I usually don't. There's probably someone else doing another show right now because they do Saturday shows. Big Larry don't. I usually lay around and watch TV and eat breakfast and drink some coffee and smoke some herb and just be comfortable and enjoy the weekend. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and go back to enjoying my weekend. I appreciate y'all coming on in here. I will definitely get a hold of you, Jess, about the tackle boxes. And I will talk to you all later. If I'm not here in the morning, I will see y'all Monday. Peace out.